Good evening and welcome to News Rounds here on Atlantic TV. I am Ikichi Techere. Here are our top stories. Ex-Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari buried in his hometown in Dara, Katsina State. 528th edition of Awankere Festival 2025 closes in grand style. NDDC marks 25 years with cultural gala and pushes development narratives. Tragedy in Delta as trailer falls from bridge, kills 3. Dangote urges African billionaires to back transformative projects. Trump warns Russia, threatens sanctions. And on sports news, Mikel Obi commends Chelsea midfield in historic Club World Cup triumph. Now to the news in full. Dignitaries on Tuesday touched down in Dara, Katsina State for the burial of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, who passed away in a London clinic on Sunday at the age of 82. Governor Diko Rada of Katsina State and the late president's family led procession as Buhari was buried at his private residence in Dara, his hometown in Katsina State. The former leader's body departed London on Tuesday morning aboard a Nigerian presidential aircraft and arrived directly in Katsina's capital before being transported to Dara, about 80 kilometers away. The death of the former Nigerian leader has drawn mixed reactions from citizens. The 528th edition of the Awankere Festival 2025 concluded at the weekend with pomp and flair. The grand finale of the 5 weeks event, which was held amidst heavy downpour, attracted top dignitaries from parts of the country, Ishekiri's sons and daughters, both at home and diaspora, as well as tourists from across Africa. The Olaraja of Okere community in Warri South local government area, Delta State, Ugiaboro EF Esisi, says the Awankere Festival has been celebrated without interruption for 528 years. According to him, the festival, also known as the Okere Juju Festival, has never been halted, not even during the World War, Nigerian Civil War. The arrival of the chiefs from the palace of the Olu of Warri, led by the Olugboshere, added more color to the event. The leadership of Okere community, meanwhile, thanked indigents and the entire Ishekiri nation for keeping the festival alive across centuries. The Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has marked its 25th anniversary with a week-long vibrant celebration which featured a cultural gala highlighting the region's rich heritage. The colorful event held in Port Harcourt brought together traditional rulers from across the region, including the Olu of Warri, former governors, regional stakeholders, and dignitaries. Guests were treated to music, dance, and cultural displays showcasing the unity in diversity across the Niger Delta. NDDC Managing Director Dr. Samuel Ogbuko, who spoke during the event, said the Commission is championing a new development narrative, one centered on transparency, infrastructure, and community impact.
The NDDC, as you know, has a history of 25 years. I just want to let you know that in 25 years, NDDC have done so much. NDDC has achieved a lot, that in many of our communities, that in the Niger Delta, sometimes the only government presence you see is those NDDC projects.
Also speaking at the event, former Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole praised the Commission's renewed focus and tangible results.
I will say over the past couple of years under the current MD, I call it Sammy, that he has really come to salvage the situation for better. We are seeing stability, we are seeing unity among the stakeholders, we are seeing development, we are seeing less of petitions that used to characterize the NDDC. We are beginning to see responsible contractors willing to work for NDDC because they know if they work, they will be paid.
From the traditional institution, Oba Dr. Ajibade Ogunnoye, The Olowo of Owo Kingdom in Ondo State expressed appreciation for the Commission's far-reaching efforts.
The NDDC has come a long way. It has created a great milestone here and there through infrastructural provision, healthcare services, electricity, road construction, social services, and welfare for the people generally. We are happy that having gone so a long way, the NDDC has equally impacted the people of its core areas. It has impacted the environment positively.
Representing the Northern Region, Professor Chief Abdulli Maji, CEO of the Northwest Development Commission, acknowledged the NDDC's strides and expressed solidarity.
They have done a lot and they are doing a lot, and we are sure they will do a lot again.
You're watching News Round. We'll go on a short break. When we return, more news stories to come.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
A tragic accident occurred on Monday on the popular Udu Bridge in Udu local government area of Delta State when two trailers collided and killed at least 3, leaving several others injured and battling for their lives. Eyewitnesses described the scene as horrifying, with bodies trapped under the overturned trailers. Residents rushed to assist in rescue efforts before authorities arrived to manage the scene. Concerned residents are now calling for urgent government intervention, blaming poor vehicle conditions and the state of the bridge for repeated accidents. The Udu community remains in mourning as calls grow louder for the Delta State government to take immediate action to prevent further loss of lives by constructing a second bridge. Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, is urging African billionaires and top business leaders to move beyond traditional ventures and commit their wealth to bold, transformative projects capable of reshaping the continent's future. Dangote made the passionate appeal while hosting participants of the Global CEO Africa program, an initiative of Lagos Business School and Strathmore Business School at his massive refinery complex in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos State. The refinery, which is the world's largest single-train facility, stands as a symbol of industrial ambition and African capability. Citing the refinery as a model of what is possible through African ingenuity, Dangote stressed that the continent's biggest challenges can be solved by Africans themselves through resilience, visionary leadership, and willingness to take calculated risks. He called on the business community to shift focus from short-term profits to legacy-building investments that will ensure sustainable development and long-term prosperity for generations to come. Lagos State has taken a bold step towards addressing the growing crisis of out-of-school children in Nigeria. In a renewed effort, the Lagos State Advocacy Team of the National Commission of Almajiri and Out-of-School Children's Education has launched a statewide campaign titled Revitalization of the Out-of-School Children's Initiative. The campaign was officially flagged off at the Palace of His Royal Majesty Oba Saheed Elegushi, the Elegushi of Ikate Kingdom, who served as royal host and special guest of honor. The initiative seeks to re-enroll children into the school system and promote inclusive education, ensuring that no child is left behind. It is also in alignment with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and the 6 strategic education priorities championed by the Federal Ministry of Education under Dr. Tunji Alausa. The Lagos campaign is expected to serve as a model for other states as efforts intensify nationwide to secure a better future for Nigeria's children. We'll take another short break. When we return, more news stories to come.
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Welcome back. Nigerian music lovers were treated to a night of electrifying entertainment as the curtains closed on season 10 of Nigerian Idol, as Pop emerges the winner in a grand live finale. In a show broadcast live to millions across the country, Pop triumphed over fellow finalist Remo in a thrilling performance showdown that left both the judges and audience in awe. Her vocal strength, stage presence, and emotional delivery secured her the coveted title after weeks of fierce competition. Reacting to the win, a tearful and grateful Pop said, "This moment feels like a dream come true. Thank you, Nigeria. I won't let you down." Along with the title, Pop walks away with a grand prize package that includes a cash award, a brand new car, and a recording contract, marking the official start of what promises to be a promising music career. And with this victory, fans and industry insiders alike will be watching closely as Pop begins her journey from reality star to music sensation. Into some international stories, tensions rise on the global stage as US President Donald Trump takes a firmer stance against Russian President Vladimir Putin over the ongoing war in Ukraine. In an interview, Trump voiced disappointment in Putin and announced new military aid for Ukraine. He also warned that countries continuing to buy Russian exports could face sweeping US sanctions if Moscow fails to agree to a peace deal within 50 days. This marks a sharp shift from Trump's earlier diplomatic tone, signaling a tougher foreign policy amid rising global pressure. All eyes now turn to Moscow as the world waits to see if Trump's ultimatum would move the Kremlin towards a ceasefire. Rain Oil Limited is making bold moves in Nigeria's energy sector. The company has expanded its retail network with the commissioning of 10 new fuel stations across 5 states, reinforcing its commitment to fuel accessibility and national coverage. The new stations are located in Nasarawa, Delta, Bayelsa, Benue, and Oyo states, as part of Rain Oil's ambitious Road to 400 campaign. With this latest development, the company's retail footprint now exceeds 210 stations nationwide. According to the brand and corporate communications manager, Mr. Ifani Chukwu Omezi, the expansion is not just about numbers, but about bridging gaps in fuel availability, especially in underserved areas. The move underscores Rain Oil's drive to support Nigeria's energy demands while positioning itself as a key player in the downstream sector. There's positive news for Nigeria's economy as the Naira recorded gains against the US dollar in both the official and parallel markets today. At the parallel markets, the Naira appreciated to 1,545 Naira per dollar, up from 1,550 Naira. Meanwhile, in the Nigerian foreign exchange market, it strengthened to 1,528.65 Naira, gaining 3.35 Naira from last Friday's closing rate. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, the narrowing gap between both markets signals rising investor confidence and improved foreign exchange liquidity. Analysts say if this trend continues, it could support further economic stability and ease pressure on the country's import-dependent sectors. And now to some sporting stories. In the bold move to tackle courtism and youth unemployment, Delta Lion FC has kicked off an international football scouting program in Ila, Delta State, creating global opportunities for local talents. The scouting event held at Omoka Model Primary School drew the attention of European club scouts with the goal of exporting grassroots footballers for international platforms. According to club CEO Chief Ogboeni Philip Chooks, Onwatogu. 5 players have already been sent to Italy, while others are currently being prepared for overseas trials. The initiative not only promotes youth empowerment through sports, but also gives special consideration to orphans and vulnerable children in the community. With global exposure now within reach, the project signals a new dawn for Ila's young footballers and a fresh approach to youth development through sport. Former Super Eagles captain John Mikel Obi has applauded Chelsea's midfield performance following the club's historic triumph in the FIFA Club World Cup final. Chelsea, under first-season manager Enzo Maresca, pulled off a victory over Paris Saint-Germain, Europe's top-ranked team, securing their first-ever Club World Cup title. The win comes on the heels of their UEFA Conference League success, capping off a remarkable season. Mikel Obi described the team's midfield as mature, disciplined, and inspired, noting that the performance signals a bright new era for the London club. With silverware already in hand and praises pouring in, Chelsea fans will be watching closely as this revitalized squad builds momentum for the season ahead. And with that sports news, we come to the end of our News Round bulletin for today. For more news stories and updates, do well to visit our social media platforms. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nkechi Tejire. Have a pleasant evening.